Hi guys, it's Brandon, also known as Slythr, and it has a puppy over here who just crawled up. It's like every time that we're shooting, she knows. It's like, oh, it's this time again. Yes, let us do this. She's looking up at me like, oh god, why?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So I vaguely mentioned last vlog, although I can.
She's like,
I know she's like dead weight right now. Just
she's like, don't give me the mouth.
I really want to make that the thumbnail. Just. I was half out of it last time I uploaded, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to upload a vlog. And I mentioned that you were going to be starting a new job, which is tomorrow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing? You're just sitting in the office looking pretty.
Well, they're teaching me what I'm going to be doing.
Oh, okay. So it's like learning on the job. That's cool. They're paying you to learn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think most jobs pay for training.
Well, no, not really.
Really?
Not with me.
Oh.
They just expect me to know everything and come in the office and make everything look beautiful and pretty.
Well, you have like an actual, like, legit went to school job.
I mean, you can learn things on your own and do what I do. Like, it's not like you have to go to school. Like having the background, yeah, of course. Like, but it's not like you have to go to school for it. Like, you can get your bachelor's in underwater basket weaving, and as long as you learn the programs, you can do whatever.
Underwater basket weaving.
This is just a euphemism.
Kind of cool.
You would probably take that, actually. Why? You're just a little lump.
No, it's a pena.
So the company she's working for does like testing for water and stuff, and do you have like your own cube? Do you know? Your own like little desk to do
I don't know.
work?
I know I'll have a desk.
Do
It's a
you
desk.
do a computer to do things on?
But I help. I'll be away from it most of the time while working. I'm supposed to be like testing water and stuff.
Cool.
It'll be cool. I'll know more tomorrow when I start.
Nice. I'm surprised they didn't, because your interview was like at least an hour long.
Also surprised I went back to a natural color.
Oh yeah, hair. That's a thing.
Yeah.
So it was like reddish, and then it was like purple, and then it was silvery because the purple faded just by default, and then you wanted it kind of a uniform color for your first day. And...
Yeah, I wanted to be a little bit more professional, but I still wanted it to be a little fun, so I went strawberry blonde.
We can get a little more light
instead
in here so you can see
of,
the. Okay, fine, not that much light.
No, yeah, it's like a strawberry blonde. When I was a kid, I was a strawberry blonde. And then as I got older, my dad's genes kicked in, and I got, like, not as dark as his, but
it's
pretty
like brownish.
Dark. It's dark brown, yeah. But not as dark as my sister's.
Mm-hmm.
When the light shines on it, you can still see a little tint of the strawberry blonde. But just a tint, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I like this a lot.
So this past week, and part of why I was so ridiculously tired is because you spent 2 weeks at your parents'. They haven't seen you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I was at my parents' watching the dogs. That was
the dogs.
The dogs. I love those dogs. Don't get me wrong.
but yeah,
there's 5 dogs,
and I went up there to keep her company at least 4 different times. Plus, I drove up to drop you off and pick you up. So in those 2 weeks, I went back and forth at like 6 different times. And that is killer because it's a half an hour drive one way, and it's just never again. And Sam's in a much better place now because she's not competing for attention or nervous or freaking out because there's other things barking and running around. And she's just been so quiet today. Like she hasn't. I mean, she's usually quiet, but like she hasn't done anything.
She really wants you.
Oh. Yeah.
She keeps pulling to get to him. I swear I raised this dog since she was born, and
yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with you.
No, she just wants you more.
She just wants you. Mm-hmm.
Look at that complete contentment.
Yeah, no, she just becomes dead weight in my arms, and she loves me.
The way she looks at you, she's just like, "Oh, Dad, never let go."
I would never. So we actually aren't doing too much for Halloween. Today's the 30th. So if we want to do anything, if we want to do anything, we have to do it tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick up candy last minute because that's just how I do these things. I don't even have a costume.
But they're primarily like my old high school friends, and I don't really want to go to a high school party.
No, that's. I did that like 4 years ago, and
Really?
that's just not my vibe.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
4 years ago. Well, like
You're so old.
like well, I mean, if it's high school parties and they're like your age, that's like more.
I've only been to one official high school party, and it was the Halloween party.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun.
Just wait until your friends turn 21, and then all the debauchery happens.
Oh, they drink before that.
Oh, okay.
Nobody cares about that in high school.
I had my first drink at 21, so.
I care, obviously. I'm
Yeah.
very respectful towards alcohol. That makes sense.
Looking back, I had a pretty lame 21st. Like, I just went out with my friends to...
Probably got wasted.
No, not even.
No, really?
We went out to... What is it? The beach with the pier and everything. It's like west of Los Angeles, Santa Monica. Is that what I'm thinking of? With the pier and the roller coaster and everything?
I don't know. It's been a while.
It sounds right. So, went over there and had lunch and then did a bike ride, and that just sounds like
I remember those
party that
pictures.
my mom would like, though. And, like, I planned that.
When you said that.
Like,
No
looking
offense.
back.
No offense. What is it, Lisa?
Uh-huh.
No offense, Lisa.
But we also went, and it's funny because I had like 8 different art galleries planned, and just in the afternoon we were gonna like bar hop, like day drink, and then go to art galleries. And then half the bars were closed, and all but one of the art galleries were closed. Like, we wound up having to go all the way to the design district, and it was just like furniture, architecture, you know? It wasn't like, oh, this is an art gallery, and this is contemporary, blah, 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 blah. No. So we wound up bailing. It was a weekend, fortunately, so we could bail whenever. It's not like there was going to be rush hour traffic, because doing that through LA is ridiculous. And then we had dinner back in my hometown with like 6, 7 of my friends. A couple more joined after because it wasn't that big of a trip. And
I
my
seeing
first
the
drink.
photos on Facebook.
I didn't even drink when I was down there, though.
Really?
Yeah, my first drink was at the Yard House. That was right there. Of course, I like tasted little sips beforehand, but no big. No, like, full drinks served to me. No, that's for my ID.
What are we going to do when I turn 21?
I think it's something. There's, like, downtown bar crawls. Actually, in downtown Columbus, there's these cyclist
I don't think I'd want to do anything
tours.
like...
Well, you saw those things when we went down there with your sister for your dinner and ice cream.
What's something fun that only 20-year-olds can do besides drinking? Like, there are...
21, not 20.
I said 21.
Oh, okay.
I think I did. There's like a go-kart place, and you have to be 21 or older.
I'm pretty sure drinking before that is not a good idea.
No. I'm not saying drinking. I don't want to get drunk.
Well, yeah, but 21 is usually like, oh, I can legally consume alcohol now. Let's go do that.
Right, but, like, it's about, like, your license or whatever. You have to have a certain amount of years of experience with driving. So if you're 21, it's better than it being 18, like, you're just starting out. Because it's, like, legit, like, cars that are made.
Oh, okay,
So,
got it. It's not like a little...
That was in California, though. It might be different in Ohio.
I would imagine so. A lot of the rules are different in Ohio. You can get away with murder here. Like, the age of consent is 16 across the state, and...
Age of consent. You could also marry your...
Your first cousin?
No, you can marry your second cousin.
Oh, okay.
Anything below
Thanks, Ohio.
second cousin. You could also get married at 16 with your
you can marry your
consent.
first cousin when it's further south. Got it.
Yeah, when it's like, yeah. But age of consent is 16, and with parents, like, the parents have to sign something, and they can get married at 16 if they want. Yep.
What I was talking about, though, was the little cycling tours that are down. So they have this trolley, and it has 8 different seats on it with, like, bicycle pedals. And there's a bartender in the center and 4 people on either side, and then there's one guy steering it. So one bartender and one guy steering it, and you guys just pedal and drink alcohol.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
So we could do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ideas of, like, really cool... whatever. I can't remember if it was like my friends going out or if it was someone's 21st, but there's this microbrewery in Southern California for you guys that are back there called Bottle Logic Brewing, and it's really close to where I went to school in Fullerton. And the design is just amazing. The interior is beautiful. It has this sort of like Nikola Tesla vibe about it, and all of their drinks are themed around that. So, whether it's like Star Wars references or just, science nerdy, whatever, they have like a bookshelf with a bunch of like old Star Wars books on it and mechanical engineering garbage. And it's just this retrofitted 1950s auto shop. Like, the architecture is so cool. And right next to it is a mini golf place. So we went over there. I think we took an Uber and went to the microbrewery, spent like an hour or two there. They had a food truck also. And then walked 5 minutes over to mini golf, and just, I don't remember any of that, but it was fantastic. So, and there's other microbreweries around Southern California. If you guys need recommendations, hit me up. But I'm trying to find some around here, and there are so few. So few.
There's a little bit, but not a lot. It's Ohio.
Yeah, I know. There's a population of,
We
what,
have
like
corn.
320,000?
How big does the corn have to be considered a citizen of Ohio?
I feel like there's a pun in there somewhere. Here, of corn. It's just.
Husky amount of corn? No.
We're done.
It must be a husky corn.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, you brought up my stupid laugh.
Oh, God, what was that? I have a tendency to do that. Oh, well, now I have to edit this.
No, you don't.
No, I don't?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. So, just so you guys know, when we do these, there are a ton of bloopers throughout, and, like, I try and do them in one take so I don't have to put in the extra effort of, like, editing it. I know, I really care about you guys.
It will be like we sneeze or we cough or the phone drops or Sam barks.
Or like the phone's ring, or like someone comes to the door, or like there's a loud noise outside, or like a tire screech or an ambulance or whatever else. It's finally. I think that's it. Is there anything else we have coming up this week? There was that thing in Columbus we missed. It was like a game expo or whatever. But
yeah, we've been
totally
busy.
Forgot about it.
We went to Dave & Buster's and he won me a Pikachu.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
We also figured out how to rig one of the games, because usually Dave & Buster's is ridiculous, where it's like every play is 7 to 10 credits, or they have
like
their
only
own,
a max of 50 tickets.
They have their own currency, and
Yeah.
they have it in such a way where they remove the dollar amount from it, so you can't like mentally gauge how much you're playing for each machine. And they give you like an obscene amount, like $350, but then you realize that you just paid like $40 to play 3 games. And
Yeah.
you're like, what happened? And they only give anywhere from like 40 to 100 tickets typically. But we figured out a way for one of the games to give like 1,000 tickets every time. And it was like one of the very last things that we did. And we got, because it was like a double date with her friend from church and her husband.
Yeah, Audrey and Tyler.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. They're awesome. It was actually Audrey that helped me get this job. So I'm very grateful for her.
Yeah, you guys are being co-workers now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. They asked me in the interview, they were like, so we've had some problems with, like, friends will come in and be hired, and then, like, because the friend is, like, of a higher rank and they'll be, like, the boss, they'll start to get, like, angry, like, don't tell me what to do kind of thing, because it's a friendship, but it's like, no, work is work. Like,
Right.
What happens at work kind of stays at work. Outside of that, we're still friends, and we love each other, so I'm not going to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And
plus,
it
there's
takes
a lot
to,
of people are like retiring or
right.
about to keel over, so you have a ton of room for promotion.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We'll keep you guys updated, but for now, take care. Have a good one. See you. Bye, Sam. Bye.
Bye.